Well, unfortunate for me, there is no getting away. Definitely no running away. The only thing I'm running to is back to work, unfortunately. It's been a great session. You're joining me on the end of it, and I am cars loaded back up from the boat launch and we are heading home. It's a wrap, as they would say. So Island Mission Part 2 is done and over with. It was a great session, lots of fish, as I mentioned. But back to reality, unfortunately. It's one of those things, because as soon as you leave there, you pull off from the boat launch, the gear's in the car, and you're left definitely wanting more. You're left wanting to get back out there and, you know, get another one. What's that next run going to be? And that is it's always in there. It's just, as a carp angler, you know exactly what it's like, and it never leaves your mind. It's always with you, even at work, whatever you're doing. I don't know, if you're anything like me, it's on your mind all the time. And yeah, that fills a void for a period of time. Doing that, getting out there, it fills that gap for me. It's great. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with these few clips of this session that we've just had. Enjoy it. Thanks for following along, and maybe see you out on the bank. Cheers guys, take care. Well, welcome back. Oh shit, drink. Welcome back to part 2 of the island missions. You're joining me here very late. Actually, it's not that late. It's 8:30 p.m. on a Sunday. The lake is as close to as calm as it's going to get, and it's beautiful out. That's the moon behind me. It's almost a full moon, and on this side of me, got the sun just dropping down over the back hills there. I am out back on the same island, but I'm going to do things slightly different this time, because the water's come up so high because of the rain that it's just not conducive to fishing from the bank. So there goes a noisy boat. Anyway, so the plan is keep all the gear in the boat, including me, bed chair, etc. And basically I'm going to bungee cord the boat to 2 limbs that come off the trees and kind of just bounce around on the boat for the night, I think. And basically just have the rods out on bank sticks. That should allow me to fish, but also stay somewhat safe, at least until the morning, and then I can kind of adjust things as I need to. Got my buddy Tony with me. He's currently over on the other island, taking a look at some things over there. And we have a guest angler joining us tomorrow as well, Mark. So Mark Fulbrook is going to be coming out and having a session with us as well. So hopefully we get into some fish. I'm pretty sure we're going to. I'm currently looking on the Echo sounder. I've got both the sonar and the Echo running on here, and it's showing some good fish. It's really showing some good fish in the area. So I'm hoping that continues, and we get into a few good ones. So we will see. I'm going to kind of get myself sorted here and put the camera down for a little minute. And yeah, man, look at that moon. Wicked. How cool is that? Fingers crossed we get into a few. And again, like last time, kind of take you guys along with me for the ride and the journey and all the unknown aspects of it that kind of happen. So I hope you'll stick it out with me for the next few days, and I'll try and somehow squeeze it all into a watchable video for you guys. Anyway, I'll catch up with you soon. We'll see how we get on. What is going on, you lot? So last night was a little uneventful, very quiet, which wasn't bad because it gave me some time to get a few hours sleep. But the island's behind me. We're actually on the other side of the island last night. Tony had one fish out very early this morning, just before the sun popped up over that tree line in the far distance there. But right now, as you can see, yeah, I'm kind of drifting around, and I'm going to be getting some bait going in. I've got a bunch of particle with me and some boilies as well, so I'm just kind of feeling out the area right now and just getting an idea of depths on this side, because I haven't fished on this side or this corner of this island before, so there's a few humps, a few little drops, definitely some tree stumps out there. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the fish want to be on this side as well, and we'll pick a few up. Definitely see a few marks or the sonar that I've got running here, and right now I'm kind of just bobbing just above 13-14 feet, and as I go round actually back down towards the island on the other side, the left of me, it actually gets deeper, which is kind of nice. So it's a very slow runoff versus the other side, which is actually very steep. It's a very quick steep drop off around there, so I don't mind that. It does look like there's some fish actually hanging around here, which is really nice. Some tree limbs and stuff, so we will see. But I think this is as good a place as any, so I'm going to start by getting some bait in. So we'll see how it goes, but I think this is a good, pretty decent spot. 17, 18 feet with a little bit of a shelf hole there and whatnot, and it looks pretty decent on the echo. So I'm pretty sure that fish will be hanging out around here, or at least once there's some bait down there, it will stop them, and they will hopefully get on the bait and find the hook baits eventually. But we've got a few nights ahead of us, so anything's possible. I'm going to start a little further up this way. I'm going to put a rod on this side, I think. Got 3 rods with me, but I'll probably end up just fishing 2, just because it's easier to maintain, keep the bait consistent with that. But if it's really slow, then I'll probably try a 3rd. But right here, there's actually a little hump, and it's about 14-15 feet. So yeah, we've got a bunch of mixed particles, cracked corn, whole corn, some millet. It's just stuff to keep the fish really moving around. For some reason, it got really fermented very quickly, and it wasn't what I like. I prefer very fresh particles. Pretty liberal with the corn, as it, I think, a bit more bait in the water is going to put in a few more fish this time round. Not the last time was bad. Tony's just there. See him in his boat? Right there, bobbing around. He's marking out some spots down there. We both agreed that this whole area on the end of the island is all flat. It's really nice. It's shoulder depth, head depth, pretty much for quite a way. But I've opted for this side, and I think it's going to produce. We will see. I think I'm just going to do the rest of the maze out here. And for those of you, a couple of guys asked, do I have a life preserver or life vest? I do. It's very quick to put on, so should I need it, have it, I can literally just put it on like so. But really, should have just had it on in the first place. It's better to stay safe than obviously be sorry. It's on now, guys. I'm going to do a little float back up, and a little scattering of boilie. The sun is getting warmer. I am kind of glad we moved. The sun, once it gets up here, other than a few trees, it does look like there's a lot of coverage on the island, but there isn't. I'm kind of glad we've moved. We've got a little bit more coverage from the sun. I might eat a cup of tea and some jammy Dodgers. We've got jammy Dodgers this time around. I'm not sure what Tony's got. I think he's got some chocolate chip kind of cookies, and I'm sure Mark will probably Mark Fulbrook's going to be joining us. He's never been out here before with me, so that'll be fun. I'm sure it's going to see some fish. I'm sure we're going to all get a few by the time we call it a day. But anyway, a few more baits here, I think. A little scattering. Now that, not too much, there's some different sizes in there. Old bits and pieces, old Nash bait that I had, and probably do. Is the hope. Good. I'll show you the spot where we're currently set up, where we've got the rod situated and whatnot. Turn this off. Take the transducer off the back of the boat before it smashes the bottom. So we are there. Tony's still out marking some spots, and looks like he's getting some bait in. I am going to tie up the boat. And I've got these handy little clips that I just felt they velcro these straps onto the boat, and they've got these little spinny tabs on. And then the tree here, I've got a little carabiner thing with some elastic on it, and seems to work quite good. Well, this session's definitely had its struggles. Lots of snags, lots of gear loss in terms of tackle anyway. And yeah, just a bit of a do really. But with that being said, definitely gotten into a few. And today has definitely been just that. lovely common that's come along on this session, as well as a few others. Came from about 20 feet of water, about 20, 21 feet of water, right off of a bar that is very gravelly, lots of rocks and slabs out there. But there it is. What a lovely fish. Anyway, I'm going to get this back and try and get my gear back on the bank without getting too wet from all the wake. Catch up with you soon. Climb down the bank. So I've definitely been pretty busy this afternoon, and the results of that have been a nice mirror. So very happy with that. I've had a couple the last few sessions I've been out here. This afternoon I've had a number of fish and it's going absolutely fantastic. Bait's definitely paying off that I put out this morning and the day before. And obviously because of that, they've obviously moved in, the switch is on, they found it, and they're really just going to town on it. Anyway, yesterday was a lot of work. The day before that was a lot of work. And up until, well, I don't know, up until about 2:30 this afternoon, fishing had become what I would call very difficult. Just really, it felt like there were no fish here at all until the switch, literally the switch was flipped on. And since then, it's absolutely been non-stop. Even with beautiful boats like that going past. Take a look at that one. Yeah. Anyway, back to the fishing because that's more important. So yeah, basically yesterday, day before yesterday, we got here. I put a lot of bait out, about 70-yard cast, 80-yard cast, and look at this. Look at this. This is what we deal with. The wake from the boat, absolutely smashing everything. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look that bad, but I can assure you, it's really not fun. It is fun, but it's just not easy fishing. It's definitely not for the fair weather angler, although it is beautiful weather. The conditions are great, but the situation and the layout where we're fishing, it is difficult. It's really hard. Up and down the bank, in and out of waders, trying to keep dry, because obviously the more you're in the water, it's just a pain in the arse, but it's absolutely brilliant. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Bait went out, not yesterday, day before yesterday, when we got here in the evening. A little bit more bait the next day. Still, the fish just weren't here. It was almost like they just hadn't moved in yet. I've had a few. Up until this morning, I'd had 13 fish, I think. 14 fish maybe. Since then I've lost about 4 or 5. Now today I lost another 3, but cool thing about that is since about 2:30 everything's switched on. The stars aligned basically. Fish are just out there now. I'm so glad I put the bait out. They're definitely on the baited spot, no question about it. So that's kind of where I've been really putting all my effort and time into. And because of that, this beauty just showed up. Another absolutely choppy day, but we're not complaining at all. Hopefully I can do this before any big boats come through and wipe me out. Let's see. Alright, easy. Yeah, we're going to get wiped out. I'm going to have to move this slot. Lovely mirror. Can't believe it, they're just out there now. The switch is definitely on. And they are on the bait. I've had probably 6 or 7 consecutively, one after the other. As soon as I put the rod out, it goes. But this boat that's here, that's just gone past, is going to absolutely wipe my cameras out. So I'm going to have to move everything quickly. You can just see the weight coming in behind me, and it gets doesn't look like much. Oh, down the back of the waders. Doesn't look like that much, but I tell you right now, it's chaos. The boats get absolutely mullered. The boats are behind me there. They just get absolutely smashed. Not too bad, but they do get hit up pretty bad. Anyway, so I try to wait until the boats have passed to do this kind of thing, but you just can't help it. Sometimes they come through. Anyway. The reality of this is, hang on a minute, fuck's sake. the reality of this is that it's not easy doing this shit on your own. Let's get one last little look at this little fella, because it is beautiful. Here she is, what a lovely creature. Very leathery mirror. It's I think the 8th or 9th one I've ever had out of here, and it is a big old lake to find these. So it seems like there's plenty of them in here to go at. We're going to send this one back, get the rod back out, and enjoy my tea that Tony made for me. Anyway. We're all said and done. Very eventful session. We're all wrapped up. Boats are loaded. And this is really just kind of me signing off, basically. I figured I'd give you a little tour of one of the swims here that's kind of cut out a little bit. You have to walk down there, but yeah, this is it. We're all done. Other than the loss of the drone this morning, I decided that I would fly it, get some sunrise footage that pops up over that tree line, and me not noticing, basically didn't have enough altitude and it clipped the top of the tree. Actually, I can show you the tree. It clipped the top of that tree there as I was doing a shot going backwards. I wasn't looking, and next thing I know, the prop was stuck up in there. So anyway, I tied a rock to the end of the line, cast it up over the branch, wrapped it around it, and gave it a few tugs, and sure enough, drone came right down. It landed on the bank and then just right off the edge and into the drink. So it did get wet. We're drying it out. But we'll see. Hopefully it will. Hopefully we can get it back to life again. But it's been a great time, great successful session. Plenty of fish. I think we kind of tried to count them, but we lost count. But I think we had about 30 fish in total. Tony had a really nice common, about around 33 pounds, I think. And Mark even had a few good fish as well, so I think he had a great time. Good food, really good weather actually, and great fish, and that was all it was all about. So that's pretty much a wrap, I think, here for these the island missions for you know, part 1 and part 2. But hope you enjoyed it. But there'll be some more coming soon, and hopefully some bigger fish as well. We will see. Anyway, cheers guys. Take it easy out there.